Hey YouTube, how you going? Welcome to another video. We are building on our Zettelkasten inspired second brain knowledge bank. Don't really have a working title for it yet application, and what we're looking at the moment is the kind of bare bones of a front end application that we built with bolt.new, and off the back of that I came up with a couple of different requirements that I think we need to add to the project to really kind of be able to test out the base functionality and build on it from there. So there's quite a few bits and pieces that we could potentially look at, and it's a little bit hard to know where to start. But one of the kind of key things is this source type, because if you go to create a new note, you've got this ability to select a source type, and by default this will be things like YouTube videos, tweets, articles, etc. So I did just ask ChatGPT to come up with a couple of common sources, and it's obviously come up with way too many, because what I want to have is a set of predefined source types as well as the ability to add new source types. So what we are going to do is, I'm in two minds, because I also don't want to use up all of my Claude tokens. So we're probably going to see if we can prompt ChatGPT, because all we're doing at the moment is updating a model. So if we bring up our source, so this source type, essentially I want it to have an array of predefined values, but a user can also create their own. So what we're going to do is we might just start there, and we might just go to ChatGPT, and let's try I don't think we need O1, but anyway, let's just use O1. We'll say, actually what we'll do, we will copy this, give it the context. Okay, and then we're going to say, currently this is the model for our source, for sources. But as currently, when a user creates a source, can input their own source type. What I want, however, is a starting point for the user where we provide a pre-selected list of source types, i.e. YouTube, video, Reddit post, blog post, tweet, X post. However, the user should still be able to add their own source type if one of the predetermined ones doesn't meet their needs. So then add new source. Create source. Copy. Here is the code that actually creates a source. So this may also need to be updated. Right, let's see what it comes back with. One thing I do want to do is, we haven't committed any of this code for quite a while, so I think what we should do is add git commit and initial front end implementation. Cool. So come back here. Let's see the approach it's taken. So That's interesting. I've in one of my previous applications I built, we did take an alternate view because I understand that approach, but I also want to enable the user to edit and or delete the predetermined list of source types. If they never watch YouTube videos, they may want to delete stuff. Yeah. Instead of defining source types. So I need to think if we want this, because if we store the source type on the user model and we then have a situation where we want to be able to add more users, it would only be relevant to the user. So we probably should store it on the company model. Okay, so okay, that makes sense, but I think we should put this on the company model so that multiple users within the same company can all leverage the same source types. Now, can you please advise changes we need to make to the company model, the source model, and where we define list of initial source types. We just do that in the model. Okay, I think that makes sense. So copy this. Here is right. So we'll pull this over here. In our config, we will call this default source JS. Copy, paste. Right. And company model, one like that. So uses source types. Import source types. We're going to need to update our test again. Cool. Alright, so now we need to create the files for adding, editing, or deleting a source type. Just trying to think if I use Claude for this. I think so. Alright, so what we're going to do is go to Claude. We will go to our projects. Knowledge bank, company. Delete that. Alright, add content, upload from device. Where are our models? Actually, it's no auth backend. Models, company. That's the ending. No. What am I doing? Because company is a model in our submodule. We don't want to edit that. Okay, sorry, one more thing to consider. Company. Sure. Good job I caught that, but yeah. Alright, so we're going to move this. So models extended company. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to undo that. We're going to delete this. We're going to go out of auth backend. We're going to go into our models here, and we're going to follow this. So this is going to be extended company. We're going to need to create our, actually I'll switch this over here and do this over there. We're going to be back in 2 seconds. Alright, so we need to create a config. We don't have, so config, and then in here we're going to have default source types .js, and we're going to need this code again, so default source types.js. Save that. All right, and then in our model extended company, we're going to require, let's just copy this and edit it, so Mongoose require, that's up one into config, yeah. require company, so this needs to be op1, op2, no, auth, backend, models, company, create a schema for the additional. We do not redefine. Yeah. Create a discriminator. Cool. And so file 2, file 3. Yeah, let's Alright, I think that basically should be it. So, we can come back to Claude. We got to delete company again, add new company, which is the old company. Or backend company. We're going to add content as well. We're going to upload extended company. Then we're going to say, actually add new content. Knowledge bank, config, default source types. All right. So let's start with the GET request. How do you duplicate? We call this GET company source types. All right. Probably need to run that script again. So scripts. So let's delete this. CD scripts, npm run generate structure. What am I doing? Npm I've got the command wrong. What do you call it? How do I run a script again? Mind blank. Of course, not npm. What am I doing? That was a dumb mistake, sorry. It's not npm, of course. Okay. That's what we need. So that was a stupid mistake. No, we don't. No, we don't have it. Structure, just give it that. Okay, cool. So blah blah. All right, blah blah. As a user, I want to. We don't have this. Get all source types off of the company. Yeah, get all source types. Data object, that's not relevant. Oh no, actually what we'll say here is in auth backend I have a company model. In knowledge bank I have a model called extended company, which adds a source types field to our model. this field is pre-populated with default options from the config file titled default source types. What I want you to do is we therefore is a get request to source let's get source types. Let's call this sources source types. Okay, so get source type. Okay, so copy this. Don't do that. Send that. I always forget that. Yeah, one, yes. Yes. Okay, picked up an arrowhead. Alright, so pull this over here, pull this over here. So components, call this get source types. So get the routes we need to update. Routes index. So we're going to bring in our get source types. Save that. Do this. Okay. We just need sources. Maybe we should change this to source types. Anyway, we'll leave that for now. Okay, cool. So what we're going to need to do, let's create a new user. Let's go test to 11. Send. Actually, oh no, we are running. Wasn't sure if we were running our server. Copy. Let's paste that. Verified. All right, and log in our user. Just so we can get a token. Great. Copy. Then what we need to do is we'll come here. We will duplicate. And then we will rename this get all source types, get request, file save as, yep, save. Right, header, put in our bearer token, body, we don't need anything, and it's going to be API v1 sources slash source types, send, company not found. Okay. Let's have a look at this and try and debug. So user populates company. Company not found. So it wasn't that fired. It's this one. Where's our login route? So go to Claude and we will say we know the company was successfully created as I get this when I log my user in. However, so company has the user ID on it. So theoretically, because it's saying here we don't need to add all the fields again. Oh. Okay, hang on. What I think we need to do let's ask ChatGPT. Okay, great. Pretty sure we have to do it on the extended company. Okay. So, no, I think actually. what about notes are tied to users? What about when the user logs in? Okay, that's cool. So we can do this. Okay, so yeah. So good news here is I think we it's just making sure Claude's aware of that submodule and making sure that we update and approach everything correctly. So yeah, so he was still okay. Okay, but here let's see what it comes back with for this. Still not quite following. Okay. Let's go with that. I'm just going to pause very briefly and continue. Okay, so let's pull this over here. add auth backend. Let's try and update extended company. Copy. Kind of like those notes. What we might do is we might just keep them. Copy. Extended company schema. Ah, that was already there. Right. There are the differences. Now in components, we need to register new user. I was going to call it extended or something, but we will avoid that for now. So here we have got our validation chains and creating a new controller. I can just tell that AI is not going to like this. Register new user, email, password, company name. All right, register new user service. So company, extended company. Cool. And then routes. Copy. So what we might do, I really think this is going to get confused. I can just tell. Let's call console.log using to make sure. All right, so let's go to 212, send. Something is not happy. All right, cancel. What we're going to do is in index, let me just check. So what we're going to do is we're just going to change the route slightly and see, just to make sure there's no like conflict with the route names being the same. Damn it. Connect. Connection established. Yeah, why is it not? There we go. Right. Route not found. Okay, so we come back over here. Let's go to, where is it? Not that. No. Auth. Let's do okay. Now Backend code before. Alright, so we've got all the files correct. There's something wrong. Oh, that's weird. Email already exists. Oh. Oh no. Actually, let's what was the no. Still using the back end. So let's try. Oh, that's because I changed the. So let's try it again. Ah, route not found. 14, send. Make app.js. Alright, so knowledge bank routes. Knowledge bank routes. Auth register. So let me just get rid of the auth for a sec. I know this is silly. I just really want to make sure I'm not come on. So I think I've got the issue. Let's go split screen for a sec. Let's compare register new user service here, and then on this side we'll go into auth components. Alright, so create company name. I don't know. was, I'll say there was a different bug. We can't even call the route as I get. The path is correct. I changed. Right. So index. Say no. So, hang on. I'm so dumb. Hang on. Okay, yeah, sorry. Man. Why was I doing that? Okay, the routes are correct, but now the API just hangs. It's because this scheduler service. So user ID. User ID. Oh no, it did work. It's weird that it took so long. Okay. Copy. Verify. Send. Verified. Just do a file, save as. I'm going to call this from save. Okay, cool. So log in. What are we up to? 13, no, 14. 214. Send. Awesome. Copy. Header. Veritoken. Send. Company not found. That's weird. Company is company ID. Whereas if you log in with a different user, company name. So register new user. Okay, so here. Okay, so what we've got is we've got a bit of an issue. So here we obviously call extended company create, pass in the company name, and then when we call this function, we pass in email, password, company ID. On this side though, it's expecting company name, and then it tries to create company again here with company name, but we've already created an extended company here. So okay. Basically what it's saying we need to do is essentially copy the functionality into this file. Let me check one more thing, because it's going to be looking for, okay, we got all the same fields for refresh token. All right, let's try this approach. So 15, send. Awesome. Try and verify. Shit. Okay, are we up to 15 yet? Cool. Company is correct, it's company name. And header, error token. There we have it, all of our source types. Okay, so, wow, that was a little bit crazy. So basically we had to extend the company model to be able to add this source type functionality and get source types. But the functionality works. So what we can maybe do is look at source types. Yeah, let's quickly create some tests. I wonder actually. Are all these? Are all these tests now going to fail because we use? We're going to need to update all of our tests to use extended company. All right, we are definitely not tackling that now then, as we'll be here all night. So we need to all tests in So what we can do is let's now create the endpoint to create a new source type. So we're going to use the same approach. We will come here, we'll duplicate this, duplicate, we'll call this create. All right. We need to probably able to create a new source type. Cool. Post request. Yep. Okay. So we're going to call this add source type. So add this type, not types. Copy, paste, 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 paste. Request control. I think they call the service in. This is an authenticated route. Alright. Copy. Cool. Paste this. Actually, let's delete that. Let's delete extended. Let's go into. I wonder if we run that, does it just override it? Components, let's see if it has extended. Yeah, it does. Cool. So here we'll add the structure again, and then what we're going to do is we're also going to add models, extended company model, and then we're also going to add components, get source types. Just give it all of that context. Hit send. See what it asks. And then while it's waiting for that, what we might do is just go cd, and then we'll go git add, git commit, extended company model, replicated register new user to use, extended company module, and created get route for source types. Cool. Yes, good idea. So just strings, right? Utils. Wrong part of the project. Utils. No. Config. Yes. Yes, it is just a yes. Cool. So we can move this over here. Then we can create a new folder in our components called add source type. And then do what we usually do. So add source. Fine. So hang on, that was services, and then our controller. And then index. Let's add our source type. Put that here, and then router.use. All right, so yeah, that's going to be a post request. So it will be different to source types. So if we duplicate this, make this a post request body raw. Where's the route? Then we should just be able to do source type, and we could call this something's not in our Reddit post, blog post, of course, news article, news. Cool. Why is that showing as a get still? File, save as, add new source type. Header. Oh, where's our para token gone? Auth. Then if we send. Just going to delete this because it's a duplicate. Unauthorized to modify this company's source type. So validate company access. We're just going to console. I think this is just an issue with what it's validating against. Come on. I didn't like that. Go to controller. Service. We'll do it here. So hang on, so user ID, company ID, validate access control. Obviously there's no company here because doing hasn't reached that functionality. Come on. Takes so long. Why does it keep? It's like every second or third time, it just takes forever. Use duplicate. So user.company. So where's it's getting user from? Oh, hang on. We validate company access. We're not even in the right thing. God damn it. Let's just go here and we'll go user. Send. Company ID. Company ID is undefined. User is just a user ID. So user ID, company ID. And then that's coming from our controller. rec.user.company. So controller, let's bring our service over here. So our controller calls add source type, which calls this. It's expecting user ID, company ID, and source type. So let's see what console.log call service, user ID, company, source type. Gotta wait again. Request.body, rec.user.company. Come on. Why is it taking so long? No idea. We might just kill the front end. Don't think it's going to make a difference, but maybe it's slowing us down slightly. I am on a older computer. Okay. Send. In our service layer, so we get user ID, company ID is nothing. So rec, then what we can do here is we can go console.log controller. Let's just do rec.user. This might be wrong. ID. User, the company. Okay, so what we can say is in our add source type controller, try yes, but so we're probably just going to need to find the user by ID, populate the company, and then pass that in. Yeah, so should do is we just do keep source type there, obviously, pass in that, and then we pass in user. Should we just change this user.id, user.company, and then that all stays the same. Keep those console logs there for a second, but it should work. Send. User is not defined. Yeah, we've got to import user, my bad, and we've also got to import our error type. Alright, now we can send. If our server would hurry up. Come on. Keeps kind of getting stuck. Not really sure what's going on. Come on. What is this? Where is create test account used? Why does it calls this every time? Bizarre. Still not connecting. This functionality gets called every single time. Come on. I need to fix that up at some point. I don't know why it keeps getting stuck there. Oh my god. Okay, finally. That's weird. So, okay, we get new object ID. So, when we we just need to make this company ID string. Oh, hang on, not everywhere. Source type. Company, wait, where is it? Hang on. Service. We've bugged this up a little bit. Add source type service, or is AI getting confused? Validate company access. And what does it have in utils? Check the duplicate. Okay, so in service, add source type. We take this company ID to string. It's changed some of the functionality, but that should beat that. Validate company access. Okay. Come on, still waiting for that goddamn. I shouldn't mean that. Just hurry up. Why is this taking so long? Honestly, driving me nuts. I might ask. Email service. In our email service.js file, we have a function called create test account that seems to run every time our dev server is restarted. Okay. Like, it's ridiculous. Okay, so send, still unauthorized. I think we're hitting rate limits with Ethereal service. That's why it's slowing down. We have to fix that. Okay. So if we just look at unauthorized. Take this approach. And then in utils, take this approach. Okay, that should work. And then we can test it. And then I might pause and go into our auth backend and try and fix this test account that keeps getting called, because yeah, it's I think slowing us down. Come on. Oh, it takes so long. Come on. We need to fix this issue up because it's taking too much time. All right, SourceType added successfully. There's the news article that we added. So fantastic. We've been able to do that and get that working. So what we can do is now git add this. We also could come back and do the test, but I'm conscious that, yeah, we haven't fixed the other test that now uses the extended model. But for now, that's a success. So let's go git add, git commit. Cool. And we will stop filming there, and I'll be back a little bit later on.